I tell everybody, I tell all the young musicians, I say, we have to understand something with this music. This music is basically 100 years old as we know it. And I think it's, as I've gotten older, my understanding and my respect for the history has gotten deeper. And I realized that if you are serious about this music, you have to, it's like if you're into anything, you research it. You just don't start at what's now. You got to dig back and do your history. And I think it's necessary for the youngsters to understand good sound is good sound. Good time is good time. All this transcends style. I mean, I hear Roy Haynes. I called Roy the other day. It was his 95th birthday, okay? I call him up and I say, hey, Roy, it's Adam Nussbaum. Now, I know he's having issues with his short-term memory. While he's playing, he's totally in there. But I identified myself. He goes, hey, man, how you feeling? And I go, Roy, I wanted to wish you a happy 29th birthday again. And he goes, you know, man, ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. He starts singing that. And then I said, well, I had to wish you happy birthday because you were born in the future. And he loved that. Then he goes, I feel good, da da da. And I mean, that was so great just to hear his enthusiasm and his exuberance at 95 years old. And so I always just tell the kids now, man, if you're serious about this music, do your research. Anybody you like, you can hear where they're coming from. Then you can research them. Then you can keep going back. I mean, these people sound like they're from the future. Billie Holiday, Lester Young, Louis Armstrong. It's like, this is only you should know what that sounds like. If you're a classical musician, you don't go back 100 years. You're going back 500 years. So wake up, pay attention. If you're serious about doing something, listen. I mean, you know, it's necessary as a musician, you divide up your playing, listening, and practicing. You got to listen because you got to know something you want to do. And hopefully you heard something, do something, you try to do it. You got to do it. You got to practice it and you got to play with people. But you got to listen and not listen to it once. That's the other thing too. Now that everything is, a million things are there, people will say, oh, I heard that. I go, how many times did you hear it? I mean, I can put on Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced? I can sing along every part of everything that everybody's doing. I probably listened to that record 1,000 times as a kid. I probably listened to Blue Train 1,000 times. How many times did I listen to Train live at Birdland? How many times did I listen to these things? Hundreds of times. It just didn't go here. It started to settle in. People have got to do that. It's not going to happen once. You can't luck up on this, man. A buddy of mine got a quote of Ray Brown. He did a little video presentation. And he said, you know, man, you just don't look up on this. You got to know what's going on. You got to put in some time.